Everyone says they support democracy, but what happens when democracy gets in the way of what they want? We often assume the citizens support democracy no matter what, but recent events show otherwise. In my research, I argue that citizens are conditional guardians of democracy and that they are willing to turn their backs on liberal democracy under certain conditions. One of those conditions is how the elites justify their democratic violations. Today, democracies rarely disappear overnight through military coups. Instead, they're weakened by elected leaders who erode democracy in a gradual and piecemeal fashion, which makes detecting democratic erosion much harder. This means that citizens need to be much more vigilant and informed in order to preserve liberal democratic order. Over the last decade, we've seen democratic backsliding in countries that many people thought are stable democracies. I try to examine why is it that democracy is eroding when democracy support is high? In other words, if everyone says they support democracy, how come that democracy is eroding? Democracy ultimately depends on citizens. If citizens cannot recognize democratic violations, or if they are willing to overlook certain violations under certain conditions, our democracy becomes much more vulnerable to the elite-led erosion. Our department is one of the strongest political science departments in Europe, and for that reason, I plan to continue my research here in my next steps, examining under what conditions citizens rally to support democracy.